Hello, today I'm going to be reacting to the new, kit reveal for E.G.O. So, yay! Hey, my goat. Don't need to see these ones. That, and this one. Alright, here I go. This shouldn't be too long of a video, so let's see. Um, yeah, I guess we'll start with the passives, right? I mean, this seems like a rather simple kit, you know? It's like Corp saying. Actually, this is kind of like exactly like the Corp saying, except this one's uh this is a pride skill instead of a sloth skill. And obviously a better skill 3 or whatever, and then whatever this does. So let me just check real quick. If this unit speed is faster than the target's, deal speed difference X charge on self % damage. Turn end, gain charge potency on self divided by haste next turn. Okay, that's pretty good. That's just free, like, charge potency, I'm assuming, because I'm assuming he just gets haste over time. uh, Dimensional Castaway. Before getting hit, gain shield equal to stack % HP. So free shield as well. Crazy. Open Alley. Gain charge potency every time... So this is like the owned. Gain charge potency every time this unit consumes X cumulative charge count in this encounter. Standard now. When another ally's skill hits an enemy, at attack end of the said skill, consume Dimensional Castaway to activate Dimensional Slice against the said target. Then gain Quadricolor Dimensions. Okay, so when another ally skill hits an enemy, consume this and activate Dimensional Slice, which I'm assuming is skill 1? Yeah, skill 1. So this basically gives you an additional free skill use. And then the quad color dimensions is, depending on the stack, you either +1 stack, gain offense level, +2, gain defense level, +3, gain more charge count from this unit's skills, and at 4+, this unit's skills deal more damage. If this unit gains this effect past its max cap, this unit gains the surplus stack at next turn. Okay. Interesting. So, you want to get as much of this as you can. So... Wait. Okay, so it consumes it. So this is only like once per turn, unless you can get more of this, is my understanding so far. And then... let's see. I guess we'll start with the defense. Combat start. Gain charge barrier equal to charge potency. Gain dimensional castaway and quad color dimensions. So this is just a good way to get a bunch of quad color. At X plus charge potency, gain additional stack. At X charge count, consume X minus charge count % HP to gain up to Y charge count. At X plus charge count, consume up to Y surplus charge count to apply the following effects. Heal based on charge count consumed, and then gain charge count consumed haste next turn. And then that haste will be able to give you more potency on the following turn. Interesting. Okay. That's a very interesting, defense skill. Let's see here. Oh, and that's also why you do the, like, you do the attack thing, right? Because of the evade. Yeah, okay. Gain final power for every X charge count self plus rupture and dimensional rift on the target. Consume charge count to gain coin power. Charge count, rupture. Consume with dimensional castaway to reuse this coin. Okay, it looks like a lot of things, like, consume it. Which is interesting. Well, at least, okay. Basically, it gets consumed whenever another ally uses an attack skill. So this only would be useful if you use a skill 1 as the first target that turn. Or you use that skill. Final power for every rupture and dimensional rift. Consume charge count to gain final power. Add enough charge potency, gain coin power. Standard stuff. Actually, the consume on skill 2 is a little wacky, but this is kind of like multi-crack. Gain charge count, inflict rupture, inflict dimensional rift. Deal slash damage equal to charge potency on self times X% of this coin's final damage. So that's gonna probably be a low number, but interesting. And then rip space, so we know this one. At X plus charge count, activate 4-dimensional refraction times series severance. Save that 4 times fast. Jesus Christ. At X to Y charge count, consume all charge count and gain coin power for every X charge count consumed. Gain final power for every X rupture plus dimensional rift on target. And then gain dimensional rift in quad-color dimensions. So, basically, you don't want to use it at X to Y, you want to use it at X plus. So, that makes sense. Gain charge count, inflict rupture, gain charge count. Inflict rupture, inflict dimensional rift. And then the same thing as before. Now, the 4-dimensional is just an unfocused volley version, which you gain final power for every rupture plus dimensional rift on the main target, gain dimensional castaway and quad-color dimensions, consume X charge count to gain a final power and coin power, and then you gain quad, gain quad, gain quad, gain charge. Okay, so I was just looking at this. Gain quad, gain quad. So this gives you 4 quad from just this skill alone, which you're going to want to, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, like, the gain offense level and defense level and more charge count are both really good, but it's like, this doesn't really feel something you intentionally want to, like, maximize every turn, besides maybe the offense level. But that one only needs 1, you know? So, you basically will get 1 every turn from, this one. Gain quad color. Unless this is, like, +2 or something. Yeah, it's probably, like, it's probably not gonna consume all of it. There's probably, like, a max of 2 on Dimensional Castaway and, like, something like that. That's what I have to imagine. Inflict Rupture slash Nuke. Rupture slash Nuke. Rupture slash Nuke. And then this one finally gains Charge Count, Inflict Rupture, Dimensional Rift, slash Nuke, and then at X plus Charge Potency reuse this coin. That's actually crazy. Okay, that actually looks really good. Because Rip Space just looks fine, but then 4-dimensional... I'm not saying that. This one looks really good. Besides from Unfocused Volley, but Unfocused Volley makes it cool, at least. So, max out charge before you Rip Space. It's just the same standard charge formula. You know, because charge is charge. Interesting. It is kind of funny, though, because it is just kind of the same thing as W Corp saying. Like, it's just kind of W Corp saying again. You know. I don't mean to bag on you, but you are just W Corp again. With a little bit more added to you. Well, I think he's probably still gonna be replaced in most charge teams. But, like... I mean, he looks good. And he looks like he'll be better for Rupture, because he won't be relying on the Rupture, the Dimension Shredder E.G.O, right? So this obviously will be good with the Dimension Shredder E.G.O. And, you know, all that, right? It's a shame we don't have an E.G.O sync with this now. Come on. If only the E.G.O came out later. No, but this looks good. Probably won't be using him that much, but he's got a lot of good things going for his kit, like the slash nukes. Like this one on skill 2 and this one on skill 3. And then this one also has a reuse, unless you get an extra use from using your dimensional castaway. So I'm thinking you could maybe... No, this is on combat start, okay. I mean, you might be able to use more of these, like if this dimensional castaway stacks up to 2. But otherwise, you just kind of play him as a standard unit, and you'd probably just spam skill 1s, and then use an occasional skill 2. And eventually, when you get to enough to activate this, you activate skill 3. So, interesting, interesting. Also, yeah, this is going to be really good in gaining charge count, because this has a reuse, so charge count, then reuse charge count. Or charge count, ally skill hits an enemy, activate this charge count, you know? So, anyways, I don't think there's... Oh yeah, I forgot the support passive. No one ever looks at these. Okay. When one ally with the fastest speed uses a skill that gains or consumes charge count, gain haste. It, yeah, you know, just, it's a support passive. No one looks at the support passives. Very rarely, at least. And that's really it, besides, like, this, but there's no need to look at that, really. Yeah, standard stuff, so... Well, thank you all for watching. I don't really have much else to say about him, so... Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.